Good morning, everyone. Cougar here, back with another episode of Subnautica. What'd I miss? Today we are going to try to head out to the dune wreck. That was our intention yesterday, and we never quite made it there. So we're going to try again, but instead of just zipping over there in the Seamoth totally unprepared, we're going to try something new. Let's dive in. We are going to upgrade our Seamoth with a couple of modules to make tangling with to make a potential Reaper encounter a bit more survivable. And then we're going to load the Seamoth in the Cyclops and take the Cyclops over there for a couple of reasons. One, that is also going to give us a little bit of protection, or at least more options as far as dealing with any Reaper encounters. Also because the dune biome is just dim. It's very dark. The water's very murky. And if we are over there at nighttime, it might benefit us to use the bed aboard the Cyclops to sleep through the night and continue our stuff in the morning. So what we wanted to do with the Seamoth was install the perimeter defense module and the hull reinforcement panel. So we've got hull reinforcement. I already had everything I needed to make that, so that didn't require any gathering. I just had to grab stuff out of my storage lockers. And the Seamoth perimeter defense system, which needs polyaniline and a wiring kit. I had silver for the wiring kit, but I hadn't actually made it into a wiring kit yet. And I already had one bottle of polyaniline. I think it's my last bottle. I may have one more upstairs in the Cyclops. So let's head over to the vehicle console and craft our two Seamoth modules. There's the perimeter defense system. And then the hull reinforcement is under common modules. And then we can take these over to our Seamoth panel. Boink and boink, and we've got a depth upgrade that we'll need. We're not taking that out. Our storage module we may not need. We're not doing any big time gathering today, but we'll leave it in there for now. The perimeter defense and the hull reinforcement, and when we get in there I'll show you how all that works. Let me just grab a couple of slices of bulbo to top off my thirst. And then we have to head out to the Cyclops, take the prawn out of the Cyclops, and put the Seamoth in. Thank you. I'm going to move him over here, and we'll put the prawn up in the moon pool after we get the Seamoth out.
All systems online.
Great. Great. I've yet to jump in and have her say some systems offline, some systems online. It's always all systems online, so way to go, Altera, for making a Seamoth that actually works most of the time. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for making a huge cloud of noxious gas around my Seamoth, Mr. Gasopod. Oh my gosh, he's still going. What did you have for dinner last night? Stop it. He's dancing. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think this is the first time we've ever had the Seamoth on board the Cyclops. Welcome, Seamoth. And now, let's head west.
Engine powering up.
Alright, so yesterday we headed, I think, a little too much south. We headed more south of west. So today we are going to try to keep this a little more westerly and hopefully make it out there before the sun starts to set. Our power is at 67%, that's fine. We don't need to be on silent running or even slow at this point. Why don't we switch the cameras, make this a little more interesting. That heads down into the mushroom caves. Not sure, I could be using flank speed here, but... Alright, that's the LifePod 17 wreck. We've been through there. Been there, done that. Now we start reaching dune-ish territory, I believe. We'll know we're in the dunes when we start hearing a Reaper roar. No doubt about that. Now again, just to repeat, there's a Cyclops fragment we don't need. Actually, that may be a Moonpool fragment. Either way, we don't need it. I believe we are heading in the right direction. This looks familiar-ish. But yeah, again, I haven't had reason to come out here very much. Something over there.
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
No, not entirely. Not entirely.
Engine powering down.
Let's go check out that little wreck out there. Again, this is a very dangerous area, and I've never really had a reason to come out here and risk this area for anything I absolutely needed. Oh yeah, I'm hearing the Reaper now. Oh, there he is, right above us. Whoa. And we got freaking sand sharks all over us. Okay, sand sharks, let me keep an eye on this Reaper, will you? Alright, so again, the way to deal with Reapers, if it looks like you're going to have an encounter with one, is to hug something solid. Try to put something solid between you and the Reaper. It looks like he's not taking an interest in us yet. Let's see if we can find a way into this wreck. Water, good. That'll come in handy. I didn't see any doors. No. No. What am I missing here? Probably shouldn't be using this light. This may attract his attention. No. There's gotta be a way in here. Through this vent, maybe? Yeah, okay. Fish, how'd you get in here? Oh, same way I did, probably. Nothing. Nothing. Some water. A non-functional microscope and a data analyzer. We already have a couple of those back at base. We don't really need those. Another chair. Laser cutter door. Watch your eyeballs. I'm going to try and get this started here. We don't have a lot of... Stop. We don't have a lot of... Watch your eyes. I was going to say we don't have a lot of oxygen, so let's just run back. Oh, I got my keys these all messed up here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's grab a little O2 and come back. Now, with that Reaper swimming around up there, I'm going to leave the Seamoth right where it is.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Let's drink one of those waters we picked up since we have them. Yeah, yeah. Roar, roar, roar. They're so cranky. Right. Let's finish this up. And then we go play with the Reaper. Should we go play with the Reaper? Booze, plant pots, coffee machine, which I already have. A baseball cap. A couple of baseball caps. Sweet. And that's gonna do it. Picture frame we have. Alright, nothing to scan or pick up in here. I think we're done. Now this is not the Dunes wreck. That's a small wreck. We are going to get back in the Cyclops, go to slow speed, silent running, and continue to look around. Let's turn off the interior lights. Since it is getting dark now.
Engine powering up. Ahead slow.
I'm just going to continue moving west until we get to the end of the world. I'm moving at slow speed now in hopes of not attracting that Reaper's attention. There is a large crater out here somewhere as well that we would like to find. That may be it over here. And see, this is what I was talking about. Even though I believe the sun is still up, that's another Reaper. I'm going to get out of the camera and turn on silent running. Back to the cameras. Oh my. So yeah, at least 2 Reapers out here. Possibly more. And it is very, very hard to find anything down here due to how dark and murky it is all the time. Strange for that membrane tree to just be sitting out there on its own warpers. But again, because we have already been cured, they should not be interested in us. Sea treaders. Alright, well, if we've reached the sea treader path already, I believe we are no longer in the dunes. So I'm going to swing us around. I believe the sea treader...
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge, bottom-dwelling life form.
You mean like a sea treader? Like that? Yep. May indeed. This membrane tree over here by itself was kind of conspicuous. Maybe we should check this area. I don't see anything remarkable there. Could get out and swim around. It is possible that it's getting dark already. Something down there? I think that's just a resource node. Alright, and now we're moving into blood kelp. So again, we are out of the dunes. I'm gonna turn off silent running. It's got to be draining our power like crazy, and just continue moving on slow speed unless we have a reason not to. Oops. just hit a warper. I think I see something in the grass down there. Oh, shit! Oh, pardon my language, but I did not mean to do that. I hope that doesn't attract anybody's attention. In fact,
matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
yeah, that sounds about right. I'm about 65, 70% of the way toward being terrified. We're going to turn the interior lights back on, because otherwise when you get back aboard, it's very dark down here, and you can't see where you're going. Is that just a piece of quartz? It was just a piece of quartz. What a letdown. Well, let's have a look around as long as we're outside the Cyclops. Again, back over toward the Deep Grand Reef, and then the Sea Treader path is over there. We could continue putting around, or we could use the bed on board the Cyclops to skip nighttime and pick this up in the morning. Because you really can't see a thing out here, can you? I mean, this certainly would go easier in the Seamoth. It would go faster in the Seamoth, but you know how those Reapers feel about Seamoths. But I do have the repellent on it now, and the hull upgrade. Let's give it a shot. So,
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
to activate the perimeter defense module, look at the bottom of the screen. Do you see the 4 icons there indicating what modules we have installed? If you scroll wheel, it will activate the ones that you can activate in turn. Now, only one of the ones that we have installed right now could actually take an activation. So you scroll wheel until it's highlighted, and then when you hit the left mouse button, it will, boy, it's just pitch black down here. That's the way we came. Warpers. So if a Reaper gets interested enough in us to actually chomp down on us, we can activate the perimeter defense module and give him a little zap. And that should at least get him to bugger off for a bit. Now, I know, yes, you can get exact coordinates for stuff on the wiki and then pull up the... See, this is definitely Dune territory. Pull up the, hit F1 and it'll show you what coordinates you're at and what biome you are in. Should I do that just for demonstration's sake? So we are in the biome Sea Treader path now, so we're not even in the dunes. But yeah, I don't use exact coordinates like that. That defeats the whole purpose of exploration. I mean, it's at times like this when you're looking around for something you don't know where it is that you find the coolest stuff, right? This definitely seems more Dune-ish than Sea Treader Pathish. Let's just see what's over there. So, Cyclops hull fragment. That's it. Yeah, I didn't see anything else of value. I wonder if the warper would let us get up close and personal to it now that it's... Nope. I answered that question. I was going to try to scan the warper. Yeah, we're seeing some new plants here. Ah! Guess what we found? The Dunes wreck. Right here. Alright. Let's get in there and have a look around. Again, I am extremely unfamiliar with this wreck. It was added fairly late in the game's development, and I have rarely had a reason to come out here and check it out. You know, before we go in, let's have a look around outside. That's a full-on propulsion cannon. Oh, that's a propulsion cannon arm for the prawn suit. One of two. It's another Cyclops hull fragment here. And a Cyclops bridge fragment and a nuclear reactor fragment, none of which we need. That's a data box. Now, if this is the still suit, no, decoy tube upgrade. Which we didn't even need, we already had. Nuclear reactor fragment. So, to repeat again from something I was talking about last episode, one thing that is very hard to find now compared to when the game was in early access development is the still suit. We never found one on our playthrough together. I had not found one in the previous 2 playthroughs. Let's see what's in this time capsule. Ion... 2 ion batteries and another stasis rifle, which we don't even need. I mean, there's no point carrying 2 or, well, except I should probably pick up the one with the full charge and drop the one with the that's missing a little charge. All right, sun's coming up. We can see a little bit better now. Still haven't seen an obvious way into this wreck. Possibly in through there. Stop. Let me go. It wouldn't be in through one of these, would it? That'd be too cool. No, it wouldn't be cool. That would be very unrealistic. That looks very dangerous. That looks like a place you could get stuck in. We are running a little low on O2. Let's get back. Maybe we spin the Seamoth around here, try to find it that way. Speaking of going the wrong direction. You guys are probably screaming at me, the entrance is right there! You just swam right past it!
30 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like... Didn't I try to get in there? I mean, that looks like the obvious way in. Just look around a little and then we'll try that again if I don't see anything else. Maybe up here? Oh, that was the way that looked dangerous, like you might get stuck. That was the way we couldn't fit. Oh, God. An open door right there. What a doofus. Okay. So yeah, I would love to find the still suit in here. It sure makes water management so much easier. Check that out in a sec. Let's just make sure we didn't miss anything here. So if I see another data box, I'm going to be very happy. So far, nothing. That would be another way in. Why, there's nothing here. Laser cutter door. Data box? I think I see a glowing something over there. It's a PDA. that we must have already heard because it didn't actually give us any data. Let's give this a whirl. Watch your eyes. Let's try one of my new ion batteries. Watch your eyes. Data box, please be the still suit. Cyclops shield generator, which I already have. Cyclops bridge fragment, we don't need a full-on prawn. Another prawn arm, propulsion arm fragment. This is the second of two.
New blueprint acquired.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed that there's no prawn suit fragment here so far. Maybe we'll find a third data box. I highly doubt it. And you know, we gotta get out of here. How did we get in here? So I played through many playthroughs where the still suit was not gated behind a really hard to find data box. And I never found it to be so incredibly OP, game-changingly OP, that they had to lock it down behind an impossible to find data box. Not really sure why they decided to do that. And I think they should undo it, in my humble opinion. It feels like we got everything there was to get in here, and I guess in a sense, getting the prawn suit propulsion arms was a big deal, and if you didn't have the prawn suit, finding basically a full one here would be helpful. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm sorry to be taking so much time, but I just can't believe that there's no still suit fragment here. Maybe there's another way. You know, there are kind of two sections to this. I'm not sure if we probably passed through one of those sections and did explore the other side. There's something to look at. Is that the other entrance that we already found? I think so, yeah. Bridge fragment, hull fragment. No, it doesn't actually seem like we've been in there because that door would be open. Wall plant pots, regular plant pots, another data box, Cyclops docking bay repair module, which we don't need. What a disappointment. Let's try up here. This is going to turn the light off for a second. Another prawn suit propulsion arm fragment, which we no longer need. Benches we don't need. Wow, a little disappointing. So I did find 3 data boxes here, all of which had stuff that we no longer needed and were not really helpful as a result. Alright, I think we're going to call that explored. I am not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed. I was really hoping to find the still suit fragment, the still suit blueprint in one of these data boxes. There is still one major wreck, at least one major wreck that we have not explored yet. So we can make that an activity for another day. What I would still like to do out here in the dunes is find that something over here. That's just a Cyclops bridge fragment, I think. Yep. Is find that crater. That looks somewhat craterish. Looks like a little mini crater. I don't think this is what we're looking for. Ooh, that looks interesting, though. Might be worth an explore. Half our oxygen. Just a little cavern with many warpers. Hi, warper. Hi, warper. I would scan them, but I'm a little worried about my oxygen right now, so let's head back for the Seamoth. Well, it certainly is easier to see around here in the daylight, so if it gets dark again and we still haven't found this crater we're looking for, I wonder if that could be it over there. Then we will definitely try to pass the night in the Cyclops and start again in the daylight. It definitely is easier to see stuff down here. Ooh. Interesting little deep area here, some caves. Ah, hey, look, this, I think we are in the crater, and this right here is the entrance to one of the sanctuaries. Ah, which could potentially need an orange tablet to open. I think I have one on the Cyclops. Purple tablet, which again, I think I have one on the Cyclops. So let's head back. Do I still have a beacon on me? Could drop a beacon here. Yes. So I'm going to drop a beacon at the entrance here. Okay, give me a sec. Beacon, put it in one of my slots, bring it up, kick it out. I'm not sure what this is labeled. Thermal entrance. Well, let's just try sanctuary. Key. Now where's Mr. Cyclops? I may have turned my Cyclops beacon off, because I had a bunch of beacons stacked there on base. There it is. I'm not hearing any Reapers right now, but you know how these Reapers are. They will sneak up on you and grab you from behind, so I'm going to continue to hug the sea floor here, just in case one tries to pounce us. It may have a little bit of trouble grabbing us if we are right up against the sea floor. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do while we were out was repair the Seamoth. Wow, we got pretty far away from the Beowulf. Yeah, Reaper, bring it.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay. You know, before that goes up, let's repair it. I need to... You know what? Let's not drink our water since we're going to be back aboard the Cyclops in just a second, and we have Bulbo there.
Captain,
Thank you.
systems online.
Good. Get our knife working. Cut some Bulbo.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Well, that is good. We want stable vital signs. And maybe just a couple of pieces of lantern fruit for dessert. And we should be okay after that. We've got one marble melon left here. Let's take a minute to replant these seeds. And maybe just cut 1 or 2 more pieces of bulbo. How about 1? Oops. How about 1? Okay, we're good. Should we... why don't we go ahead and pilot the Cyclops back over to the sanctuary.
Engine powering up.
We're going to remain on slow speed. And if that Reaper gets interested in us, we will go to silent running. There's the beacons over there to our right. Sand shark chasing a peeper. But that's a good peeper. That's a healthy peeper. Go ahead, sand shark. Eat that peeper. It's going to be good for you. What are we hung up on here? Just a little bit of terrain. Alright, he sounds fairly far away. Let's try standard speed. What the? Wow. I gotta do some light adjustment here. We're gonna turn off the interior, turn on the exteriors. I don't know that that makes it a heck of a lot better. Let's try exteriors off. Nope, can't see a thing. Still can't see much. Yeah, these nights, boy, gets pretty freaking dark down here, huh? There we go. Alright, so we found that wreck there. I wish I could tell you, here's how to find the wreck in the dunes, but we just kind of found it by looking around. Getting close enough that we can switch to the... Let's turn the power off.
Powering down.
Turn these lights off. Interior lights on, exterior lights off. We do need the Seamoth. Oh, and we need the tablets, which I have no freaking idea where they are. Might make more sense to look upstairs. I'll bet they're upstairs. Let's try upstairs before we go looking through all the ones down here. Nope. Now, where would we have... Oh, we can always make another one. It's not that hard to make, but I was almost positive I had a spare. We intentionally made a spare. There it is. All right.
Diversity in this region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
It's probably all the freaking Reapers swimming around, don't you think? Would that be a good hypothesis? Beacon.
All systems online.
Nope, that's not the beacon. There's the beacon. We will pick that up again on the way out. But leave it there for now. So another sanctuary, you know what this may mean. Another cuttlefish. I'm not 100% sure there's going to be another cuttlefish in here, but if so, that will be 3 of 4. And it'll be just like a little family. Little family of cuddles. So much cuddling. I don't want to leave my lights on. Give me a second. Okay. Sanctuary site, right? Pick up some cubes. Yeah. Alien Sanctuary Alpha.
Writing new PDA data.
Something for us to read. Tells us about these ceiling fixtures. What did we miss? I did not see a cuttlefish. Oh, I had conspicuously mentioned the ceiling fixtures for some reason. Thought I should come up here and have a look at them. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see a cuttlefish. Looks like it was just about getting those ion crystals. Let's have a quick read here. Structures mounted on the ceiling has surrounding water emitting a low frequency sound wave, ceremonial or even recreational in nature. Cubes mounted on pedestals not being drained of power, shared ancient cultural history. Alright, nothing about a cuttlefish. I don't see anything else, guys. I think that was it. Just those ion cubes. But we found it. We found Sanctuary Site A. Which was something that I was hoping that we would be able to do out here. So good. So good. Actually, we banged out the two things that I was hoping to do out in the dunes today. Which was find the wreck and find the Sanctuary Site. I don't think there's much else to do out here except to tangle with Reapers. So... I would say we'd head... Whoop. That can be where it glitches out. Actually, now that we've accomplished those two things, let's do a quick save. So I don't think there's any reason to remain out here.
Engine powering up.
Why don't we think about heading back toward base, and then once we get there, we can discuss what we want to do after that. We head east back toward base. Because another thing that there is that one additional wreck that we've never been to out over by the mountain island, down at the base of the mountain island. So we could head out there, but I'll tell you, it would be a long, slow trip in the Cyclops. So if we wanted to do that, we would just park the Cyclops at base and continue on in the Seamoth. Because there's only one Reaper over there, and the terrain is more amenable to not, to avoiding him. Like, you just basically, to find the wreck, you just basically slide down the side of the mountain island, but it's the side that is on the Reaper's side. It's Reaper territory. But as long as you hug the mountain island, you should be okay. Little debris field down there. That's got a Seamoth Fragment. I don't think there's anything else that we would need to scan from those little cargo boxes. I think that we've got all the blueprints we need, And I think that we've got all the fragments we need. Now that we've got the prawn suit propulsion cannon arm, our list of needed blueprints is getting very, very short. Alright, let's...
Engine powering down.
It's only been a single day. Why don't we see if we can grab a little bit more food and water. All these stuff just got planted, so they're not going to be ready yet. But I can swim back to base real quick. Get a bite to eat and a drink. Drop off some of these ion cubes, maybe. I got to start repopulating the storage lockers at the base because I transferred everything over to the Cyclops before we went down deep. Hi, Nugget! Come say hi. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello. It's just a goodbye. Yes, I love you too, buddy. One thing to point out here. Hey, what the stalker? You stay away from Nugget. Away from Nugget. No. Yes, get out of here. Once you reach endgame, you can no longer tell Nugget to follow you. You can still play with him, but he will stay wherever he was at the time you built the rocket. So.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I need far more water than I do food, which is why we want the still suit. Oh. Gotta dump some of this stuff off. Yeah, so water goes down faster than food, obviously. So, all STILLSUIT does is just kind of basically balance out your water needs. As long as we're back here at base, let's drop off the empty batteries that we have. That's full, that's empty. That's empty. That's full. And remember yesterday we found that funky looking creature egg that I had never seen before, and I have no idea what it is. Now I think that our tank here may be full of fish, in which case a dropped egg will not hatch. But what I can do is just take one of these guys out of here. Let's take the hoverfish out. Gasopod! Excuse me. Jelly ray, excuse me. So this is something else that's on our agenda. You know, these tanks stack, right? I've explained that before. I explained it during the series. But it's getting a little crowded in there. How are there 2 mesmers now? We only put 1 mesmer in there. And they're only supposed to procreate if there's more than 1 in there. So I'm not sure how there are 2 in there now. But again, these tanks stack, and it's something I talked about during the series. It can be great to have multiple layers of those tanks. Let's just... Sorry, hoverfish, you're now lunch.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meats with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Oh, look at this. A blue tablet, an orange tablet, and a purple tablet back here at base. Why don't we actually pick those up? Maybe we could put them to good use somewhere. I have no idea where that second sanctuary is. I don't even know what biome it's in, or a general location. That's something I can look into, or if someone wants to post a general location down in the comments, if they know it.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Not too spoilery though. Oh, what were we doing? We were gonna head back out in the Seamoth now. Let's just zip over to that other wreck.
All systems online.
If there is anything that I actually consider a priority in doing this kind of what I miss stuff, it is... How'd you get so... That was Nugget, I think, and he's very far away from base. Not sure how he got all the way over here. Yeah, well, he's growing up. He's stretching his legs. He's starting to get a little more independent. Finding his boundaries. That's fine as long as he doesn't end up tangling with a stalker. So yeah, if there's anything I actually consider a priority in this what did I miss stuff, it is finding that still suit. It just removes the drudgery of the food and water stuff so much, because it just levels out your food and water requirements a bit. So, life pod that I believe we've seen. We been here? Yeah, it looks like that data box has been accessed. Yeah, so we've been here. There's a wreck behind us that we've been to. We already explored that one. So the still suit is a great quality of life upgrade. Not sure why they made it so freaking hard to find. But, you know, unless we missed it at one of the other wrecks, which is not impossible, you know. You already saw that I missed a data box at one of those wrecks once before. And one of my viewers pointed it out to me and we went back and got it. But unless I overlooked it at another wreck, it kind of has to be at this next wreck. And it's very disappointing to me that I got... Yeah, that's Reaper. Alright, we're gonna park... We're not gonna take the Seamoth down into his territory, I don't think. I would much rather tangle with a... Shoot, we may have to bring the... I think we kind of have to bring the Seamoth a little bit closer at least. We'll just keep it way up near the surface. And it's getting dark. Not ideal. But we are at the mountain island. The gun platform is out in front of us. Over there. The Reaper is below us. And there's going to be a wreck. I'm using my scroll wheel to make sure that the perimeter defense is active, so that I can just hit left click to activate it if we need it. Alright, he didn't see us. Oh, we went a little too far. The wreck should be basically right below us where we are right now. It is pretty freaking deep, so we're going to risk taking the Seamoth down there. Ooh, sorry about that. Don't throw up. These day-night cycles can really throw a wrench into your plans. It may be a little harder to find this than it would be otherwise. That's it right there. So you can see we're basically right at the base of the mountain island, on the east side of the mountain island. So if you come to the gun platform and head directly east, you should be able to find this without too much trouble. Let's have a look. Again, I'm going to look around the outside first in hopes of finding a data box. Those biters may die if they... Water, good. Those biters may have to die if they start giving me trouble. Nuclear plant fragment we don't need. Another nuclear plant fragment. More of the same. Not seeing any data boxes out here. Alright, this wreck is pretty spread out, huh? Really? Not a single data box out here on the exterior? Aerogel. Already growing some. I hear a biter chasing me, but if we just keep moving, he won't bite us. Warper. Alright, I'm not finding anything of value on the exterior. Let's look for a way in. I don't think that's going to be it, but let's just check. Nope. Not seeing any obvious entrances yet. Maybe through there? Nope. I don't think my fat body's going to fit through there. And yeah, this is another wreck that I leave the two wrecks in Reaper territory for last. And if I'm able to retrieve everything I'm going to need from the other wrecks, I don't even bother coming to these. So these are the two wrecks I am least familiar with. I think now that I'm looking around a bit more, I think the entrance is on the other side over there, left side, and there's something glowing up there. I don't think that's a data box, but we'll check it out. Let's just swing the Seamoth around here once. Yeah, that's just some other kind of light there. Not a data box. There is a... That'll take a repair tool. Laser cutter. Laser cutter door. Okay. Isn't it nice to be able to move around the warpers freely as an uninfected individual? Alright, well let's just go hit that laser cutter door since that's the only entrance we've found so far. Repair tool, laser cutter. Watch your eyes. So, you know, I've got that ion battery in there now, and it feels like the cutting goes faster. I'll have to do some testing to confirm, but ion batteries may make these more effective. Don't need this. Speaking of which, I have another one. Well, yeah, it's not going to make the flashlight more effective. It'll just make it last longer. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I mean, that's a data terminal, but it... Oh.
Please observe safety protocols CSP-21 before handling classified cargo.
Classified cargo? They're carrying classified cargo. Intriguing. And I forget what the protocol is again. A quilted double bed. We can upgrade our bed.
New blueprint acquired.
That is really, really exciting. A better bed. No still suit, but we got a better bed. Ugh. Goodness. Goodness. Wow, there's got to be more to the wreck than this. I am not leaving this wreck without a still suit blueprint. For the love of Pete, guys. Why is this like the hardest thing in the game to get now? There's got to be another way in. That was only 2 small rooms. This is a big wreck. We got to get into this whole other side over here. Something here. All right, we got something here, but I'm gonna bring the Seamoth over here. Yeah, Warper. Can we get a scan? Let us scan you. Just stay still. We mean you no harm. Oh man. Subnautica is not
Welcome aboard, Captain.
cooperating with me today. I'm not sure what I did to incur Subnautica's karmic wrath, but well, I should be grateful for the things that we have been able to accomplish. That's probably where the karmic wrath comes from, is me constantly complaining about the still suit. Nothing, nothing, and nothing, but we can open this door. This is going to turn the light out for a second. A data box, please. Still suit! Still suit!
New blueprint acquired.
Guys, we found the still suit. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. I am a happy camper now. Can you tell? Very, very happy. Drink a little water. But now, water is basically removed as a concern. This changes everything. Basically, the food that you're going to eat now is going to replenish enough water that you don't even really have to make your own anymore. Occasionally you'll need a little bit, but you'll just be drinking your own bodily fluids. Recycling. Alright, so great. We went out to the dunes, we found the dunes wreck, we found Sanctuary A, we retrieved a bunch of ion cubes from Sanctuary A. We came out here to the Mountain Island wreck, and we're very lucky in avoiding Reapers and so on, in finding the wreck and finding a still suit on it. Just wonderful. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that we should do while we're out here. Now, in a spoiler video I showed you once, or you may or may not have seen, I showed you the Lithium Caves here in this mountain island. There is a cave network in there that is just packed full of lithium and shale outcrops. I forgot to retrieve the beacon, didn't I? It's still out there at the sanctuary. I showed you that in a separate standalone video because there are massive spoilers involved in showing you where to get that much lithium that early in the game. But the cave network runs through the island above water and below water. And if you watched the series with me, maybe you remember back in one of the very early videos when we came out here to pick up a little bit of lithium and a couple of diamonds, I said there is a cave network down there that I'm not going anywhere near with the basic oxygen tank and no sea glide, because it's very twisty-turny, very easy to get turned around down in here, and lose your bearings and run out of oxygen. Well, we're down in there now, and you can see it can be very easy to get lost down in here. You know, we're only doing this now because we've got the Seamoth. And we found that entrance. This wasn't even what I was going to show you. We just happened to come across that entrance there, so. But yeah, look how twisty, turny. And there's not a heck of a lot down in here to make it worth coming down in here, other than to explore and admire all the beautiful work. Remember, every square inch of this map is handcrafted. An artist crafted this from scratch. Every last little plant and whatever those things are, and stalactites and stalagmites. Somebody did this, and it deserves a little bit of appreciation. So, glad I brought you down in here to show it to you. Alright, this is the central pool in the island. We cannot actually get the Seamoth out through here. We're going to have to go back down. But this is where we first came to get shale outcrops and lithium, when we came out to the island that very first time. And wish us luck finding our way out of here, man. This is not going to be easy. I think back behind us is the way we came in, I think. So we're going to try this way. But yeah, we could be wandering around down in here for days. That Reaper sounds angry. I hope he's not angry at me for taking his still suit. I don't think it would have fit you. Hey, purple tablet. To replace the one we just used. Awesome. Oh yeah. We are never getting out of here, guys. We are never getting out of here. I think this is the route we just took. We're retracing our steps. Yep, we are. We were just here. And there's no way out, and there's no way out, and there's no way out. And this is why you do not want to come down in here with just an oxygen tank and no other source of oxygen. This is this is exactly. All right, we've done this 3 times now. Let's try something new. What do you say? Wow. Wow, we were just here. Now, if we had that Pathfinder tool, maybe we could do this a little differently. But we don't. Spadefish egg. Oh, are you kidding me? That cool, funky egg was just a spadefish egg? Oh, that is really disappointing. I thought it was going to be a crab squid or something cool like that. Wow, we're back in the cave with the... that's in the middle of the island. Should we try going down? No, I think this is the way we just came up. But going up isn't getting us anywhere, so let's try going down. I think the sun has come up. Maybe light will lead us out. Nope. Okay, we're out. All right. Well, that isn't even what I was intending to show you. What I was intending to show you was the above ground portion of the cave network here. You can get into it, you can kind of sneakily get into it right here on this corner of the island. This is the southwest corner of the island. So there's the Aurora, there's the life pod. Here's a little gap that runs up here, and you can actually climb up this little ridge, and there's a cave entrance up here. There are other entrances to this cave network dotted around the island. But now, okay, so now I've already been over here and cleaned out this cave network. So we are not going to see the way it originally looked, which was just loaded with shale outcrops everywhere, lithium hanging on the walls. There's a piece of lithium up there. Here's a diamond that I didn't have room for. I had to drop that diamond because I was more interested in picking up lithium. There's a shale outcrop with a diamond in it. But yeah, I did this on my own time. This was not part of the series, but here you go. Here's this whole cave network here with multiple entrances all around the island, and if you can find your way down in there, you can clean up on very valuable materials. I think on my little speed run down through here, I ended up with 17 pieces of lithium and like 10 pieces of gold and 10 diamonds. Something ridiculous like that. So there you go, guys. I think that's going to do it. We're going to call that an episode. And thank you all for watching. Remember, please leave suggestions and recommendations for me. I think what's next on our agenda is going to be building out our base, or even starting a new base. Haven't really decided which we're going to do yet. But yeah, a big base with all sorts of cool stuff in it, including a scanner room and all sorts of things that we didn't build our first time around. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay dry.